All right. So you've tuned into another deep dive with us.
Yes.
And today we're
Very
going to be
deep.
talking about interdisciplinary thinking.
Very cool.
And this is something that we've talked about this a little bit before.
Yeah.
And I think, there's this idea of like,
Yeah.
okay, we've got all these different fields of study.
Yeah.
We've got, history. We've got, the hard sciences. We've
Yeah.
got all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like it'd be really valuable to be able to
Yeah.
sort of
Totally.
connect those things together.
Right.
So
Yeah.
what we're talking about here is how do we think
Yes.
in a way that kind of uses all of these tools?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a definition that I found
Okay.
from Bohr-Mansilla and others
Okay.
that I thought was pretty good. So 2000, so it's a little while back, but it says the capacity to integrate knowledge and modes of thinking in two or more disciplines or established areas of expertise to produce a cognitive advancement,
Yeah.
such as explaining a phenomenon,
Right.
solving a problem,
Right.
or creating a product
Yeah.
in ways that would have been impossible or unlikely through single disciplinary means.
It's about those sparks, right?
Exactly.
When you
Yeah.
connect those different things together.
Yeah. So how do you take psychology and,
Right.
biology and
Right.
use that to inform
Uh-huh. History or...
history or
I would have...
engineering, whatever it is?
Yeah.
And to kind of dig into this, we've been looking at a systematic review,
Okay.
and it's called Teaching and Learning in Interdisciplinary Higher Education.
Okay.
And this is from the Educational Psychology Review, 2009.
Got it. Got it.
So this is, pretty hefty
Yeah.
source.
Yeah.
And, they really took a look at all the research
Okay.
that's been done
Yeah.
to try to figure out what this is all about,
Okay.
how we can get better at it,
Yeah.
and why it's important.
Yeah. I like it.
And one of the things that they mention is that,
Mhm.
if you think about the kind of problems
Yeah.
that we're facing today,
Yeah.
like,
Uh-huh.
how do we
Totally.
ensure that we have,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Enough food.
good quality
Good
food?
quality food.
Yeah,
And enough of it.
invest for that.
And enough of it.
That's a big one. For
Right.
everybody.
For everybody.
Right.
How do we maintain,
Yeah.
biodiversity, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That these are
Big, wicked problems, they're called.
Yeah. These huge, complex
Yeah, except they're-
issues that you can't really just approach from one angle.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this study was really focused on how do we actually nurture this,
Yeah.
particularly in higher education.
Right, because you've got people who are going to
Yeah.
go out
Yeah.
and tackle those problems.
Exactly.
And this could be a really valuable tool for them
Yeah.
to have in their belts, so to speak.
So let's get into the
Yeah.
core of this idea.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the review makes it clear that interdisciplinary thinking is not just one single skill.
Yeah.
It's not like,
It's not like riding a bike.
yeah,
You just learn it and then you've got it.
right. It's a
Well,
lot
they-
of different abilities
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
working together.
It's like a Swiss Army knife.
Okay.
You've got all these different tools in
Yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
you need to know
Right.
when to use which one and how to use them
And how they work together.
and how they work together.
Right.
Right, exactly.
So it's not just knowing a bit about history and a bit about science.
Yeah.
It's about how those things connect.
Yeah, how you weave those things together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the things they talk about in this review
Mhm.
is this difference between multidisciplinarity
Mhm.
and interdisciplinarity.
Oh, this is a big word.
Yes, like what's the actual difference here?
So it's subtle, right?
Yeah.
But it's really important. So
Mhm.
Klein, he's one of the researchers
Okay.
who kind of really got into this.
Mhm.
Multidisciplinarity is kind of like having all the experts in the room,
Okay.
right? You've got your doctor, your lawyer, your engineer.
Yeah.
They're all looking at the same problem,
Yeah,
but they're all kind of looking at it through their own lens.
right. They're in their own silos.
Yeah, exactly. They're in their silos.
Yeah.
Interdisciplinarity is when those
Okay.
people start talking to each other
Yeah.
and they start really trying to integrate their knowledge
Yeah.
and their approaches.
So it's not just like, oh, well, the biologist said this and the chemist said this.
Right, right.
It's, okay, well, how do those things actually
Yeah.
work together?
How does that inform the solution?
Right. And
Yeah.
so I think for you, someone who is
Yeah.
wants to,
Learn all the things.
learn all the things,
Mm.
but,
Yes,
learn
I
them
love
quickly and learn them well,
Yeah, efficiently.
efficiently. Yeah.
Right.
This idea that you can actually
Mhm.
integrate these things
Yeah.
and get a better understanding.
You can get a richer, deeper understanding, and
Yeah.
you can, I think,
Yeah.
do it more efficiently too, right?
Yeah.
Because you're
Make-
not just
right.
learning things in isolation, you're seeing how they connect.
You're seeing the whole forest
Exactly. You're seeing the forest for the trees.
instead of individual trees.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
So,
Mhm.
we talked about why this is important.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that this review really points out is
Yeah.
that the kind of problems that we're facing now, professionals in pretty much every field are facing
Mm-hmm.
really, really complex
Yeah.
issues.
The world's getting more complex.
Yeah. And, you take those examples we were talking about before,
Yeah.
like food quality.
Yeah.
It's not just about farming.
No.
It's about biology.
Right.
It's about chemistry,
Chemistry.
economics, even,
Consumer psychology.
yeah, the psychology of eating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why do we choose the foods that we choose? All that.
Yeah.
It's a very,
There's a lot to it.
yeah,
It's not simple.
it's so complex.
Yeah.
And then biodiversity, we talked about that.
Yeah, look at another one.
It's not just ecology.
All right.
It's also, government policy,
Uh-huh.
social issues,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Economics.
Mhm.
Yeah, it all ties in.
So it's not enough to just
Yeah.
have a lot of information.
No, you got to be able to use it, right?
Right. And the review really emphasizes this need to be able to
Right.
critically analyze,
Mm-hmm.
conceptualize, and synthesize knowledge.
Yeah.
And
And make good decisions.
yeah, make decisions even when
Yeah.
the information that you have is
They're perfect.
not perfect, it's incomplete,
Right.
it's ambiguous.
Yeah, ambiguous.
And that sounds like,
real life.
pretty much every problem.
That's what real life is.
Yeah.
Right? You never have all the information.
Yeah.
You never have perfect information.
Yeah.
You got to make the best decision you can
Yeah, with what you've got.
with what you've got.
And the review also makes a point of saying that
Yep.
this isn't just
Right.
an abstract idea for,
Yeah. Academic.
academics to talk about.
Right.
This is actually really important
In their world.
in the real world.
Absolutely.
It's important for scientists,
Yeah.
but it's also important for
Yeah.
professionals in all sorts of
Yeah.
jobs.
Absolutely.
They mention, Jacobson and Walensky,
Yeah.
Roller and his colleagues. These are all folks who are
about
really emphasizing
yeah.
the importance of this.
How important this is. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we understand what it is.
Right.
We understand why it's important.
Yeah.
Let's break it down a little bit.
Okay, let's get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, like what
Yeah.
are the actual abilities that
Yes.
make this up?
Yeah, yeah.
And the review kind of puts these into two main categories.
Okay.
What you know and what you can do.
Okay.
So
Dude.
having the knowledge
Yeah.
and having the skills.
Yeah.
So let's start with knowledge.
Okay.
What do you actually need to know?
Yeah, what do you got to have in your head
Yeah.
to be able to do this?
And then one thing that they point out that's really interesting is that
Mhm.
it's not just about,
Yeah.
memorizing facts
Right.
from
yeah.
different.
Yeah, it's not just trivia night.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not just like, oh, I know this about history. I know this about science.
Right. Yeah, you got to be able to.
There's,
right.
yeah, there's more to it.
Yeah.
So they talk about three types of knowledge.
Good
First,
one.
knowledge of the disciplines.
Okay.
So the basic ideas,
Mm-hmm.
the methods they use,
Right.
what they consider important.
Like what counts as evidence
Yeah.
in this discipline?
Exactly. And then second,
Mm-hmm.
you need knowledge of the disciplinary paradigms.
Oh, this is a good one.
And this is where it gets kind of
Yeah.
tricky.
It's subtle,
Yeah.
but it's important. So
Yeah.
think about it like this.
Okay.
You've got a historian and a psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
They're both looking at the same event.
Okay.
Let's say,
Yeah.
a protest,
Okay.
right? A big social movement, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're both going to come at it
Yeah.
from very different angles. The historian's going to be thinking about the historical context, the things that led up to this, right? The psychologist might be thinking about the motivations
Yeah.
of the people involved,
Right.
the group dynamics, things like that.
Yeah. So it's not just like,
Yeah.
what are the facts of this event?
Right.
It's like, what's the lens through which we're.
What are the underlying assumptions
Yeah.
that are driving our understanding of this event?
Yeah. And I think that's
And that's huge, right?
huge.
Because if you don't recognize those,
Yeah.
you're not really going to be able to integrate.
Right.
You're just going to have two separate things,
Yeah. You're going to have two different stories.
right? And they might clash.
Yeah.
They might even contradict each other.
Yeah.
But if you can see how they
Yeah.
fit together, how those paradigms interact with each other,
Right.
then you get a much richer picture.
So it's not just knowing that a biologist studies living organisms.
Right.
It's knowing
How do they do that?
what's their approach to this problem. What kind of evidence do they look for?
What are the big theories
Yeah.
that are driving their work?
Yeah. What are the rules of the game
Exactly.
for that field?
Exactly.
And then the third type of knowledge that they talk about
Mm-hmm.
is understanding interdisciplinarity itself.
Oh, that's a meta one, right?
Yes.
Like you need to understand what you're trying to do
Yeah.
before you can actually do it.
Yeah, you have to know
Yeah.
what the goal is.
What it is, how it's different,
Yeah.
right, from other
Yeah.
approaches to knowledge.
Yeah, how is it different from just,
Right.
multidisciplinarity like we talked about?
Exactly.
Okay, so that's knowledge.
All right, so we got the knowledge.
Let's move on to skills.
Okay.
So what kind of abilities do you need to actually do this?
Yeah. All right, let's get practical here.
Yeah.
What do you got to be able to do?
Yeah.
So they talk about two main sets of skills.
All right.
One is higher order cognitive skills.
Higher order cognitive skills. So that sounds...
Yeah, this is where the real mental work happens, right?
Okay.
This is where you're really
Oh.
using your brain power.
So this is like, being able to,
Being able to find information
find the information, figure out
across different fields.
across different fields what's important.
Right, because you're going to have
Yeah.
a lot of information coming at you, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're not just in one little silo anymore.
Right.
You got to be able to sift through it,
Right.
find the good stuff, and then
And then understand it.
understand it. Yeah. And not just understand it, but critically evaluate it.
Right.
Is this good information?
Yeah.
Is this bad information?
Right. Because different fields,
Where is it coming from?
different fields are going to have different
Different standards.
Yeah.
Right.
Different biases.
Different biases.
Yeah.
Totally.
And then,
But it doesn't stop there.
right, because we've just analyzed.
Yeah, we've just analyzed.
Now we've got to connect it. Right.
Connect it, right?
You got to see the patterns, the relationships.
And this is where the interdisciplinary part really comes in.
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Right? This is where you start seeing things that other people don't see.
Yeah.
Because you're looking across these different fields.
You're taking what you know from over here and
Oh.
what you know from over here, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, those two things actually.
They fit together.
Yeah.
And that explains something new.
Right.
Right? And researchers like Blamansilla and Derazing,
Mm-hmm.
they talk about this. And Ivana Tskaya and her team, they're all talking about this. Like,
Mhm.
this is where the real power is.
This is where you can actually come up with a
Yeah.
new understanding.
New insights, new solutions,
Yeah.
new products, whatever it is.
Right. Because
You're not just,
you're not just regurgitating what you've learned.
you're taking it
You take
to
it
another level.
to the next level. Yeah.
And then,
And then there's another
Uh,
part of this.
yeah, you got to be flexible.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to be
Ooh.
able to look at things from different
Different angles.
angles. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is something that,
It's hard.
it's hard.
Right.
We get stuck in our ways of,
We get stuck in our ruts.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
But if you can,
And especially in academia,
especially in academia,
you're rewarded for.
you're rewarded for being the expert
Yeah.
in your little niche.
And if you step outside of that,
Right.
you're,
You're in trouble.
yeah, you're not taken seriously.
Right.
So it's hard to do that.
It's hard to be flexible,
Yeah.
but it's so important
Yeah.
for this kind of thinking.
So that's the higher order.
Okay, so that's one set of skills.
Yeah.
The other one,
It's communication.
communication.
Because you're
It's-
pulling together ideas from all these
Yeah.
different disciplines.
Right.
Right. You're interacting with people from different backgrounds.
Right.
Who have different.
And they all talk differently.
They all talk differently. Yeah. Well, they all have their own jargon. They all have their own
Their own language.
ways of thinking about things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to communicate across those boundaries.
So this is like being a translator.
It's like being a translator, but it's more than that.
Right.
Because you're not just translating the words.
Right.
You're translating the ideas.
Right.
You're translating the
concepts.
the concepts, the ways of thinking.
Yeah, so you have to
What
understand
they're actually saying.
what they're actually saying.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
just what the words mean,
Yeah.
but what's the underlying message.
Yeah, and then you also have to be able to. Yeah, and then you got to be able to explain your own ideas
Yeah.
in a way that they're going to understand.
So that they can understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Manathunga and her colleagues,
Yeah.
they talk about this, and
Yeah.
Woods talks about this too.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
working toward a shared understanding.
So it's like you're not just
It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just you explaining your ideas to them.
right.
It's you working together to
Yeah.
build something new.
And you're going back and forth.
Exactly. You're going back and forth.
Yeah.
You're refining each other's ideas.
Yeah, and coming to some kind of
You're coming to a shared understanding of
Yeah.
what this new thing is
Yes.
that you're creating together.
Okay. So we've got the sub skills.
Right.
Now the review also looked at
Mhm.
what actually helps us
Yeah.
develop this kind of thinking?
Okay, so what are the conditions?
Yeah, what are the things that make this more likely to happen?
Yeah, like what makes this more likely to actually occur?
Oui.
And they looked at, factors related to the students themselves, the
Really?
learning environment, and the learning process.
Got it.
So let's start with the students.
Okay.
What kind of personal traits
Huh?
and past experiences
Yeah.
actually play a role here?
Yeah, so this is interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not just about
Yeah.
being smart.
Right.
It's about who you are as a person.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So they talk about personal characteristics like curiosity.
Curiosity, yeah.
Right, like a genuine desire
Yeah.
to learn about different things.
Not just the thing that you're...
Yeah, not just your little area of expertise,
Right.
but to see what's out there.
Like, how does that connect to...
Yeah, how does that connect to what I know?
Yeah.
How could I use that to understand things better?
So curiosity, respect
Okay.
for other disciplines,
Okay.
right? Like not just thinking that your discipline is the best one.
Right. And all the other ones are kind of stupid.
And all the other ones are, irrelevant.
Yeah.
And then, an open mind,
Open mind. Yeah.
right? Like a willingness
Yeah.
to engage with
Yeah.
different ways of thinking.
And
And Bruce and his team and Woods, they all talk about this.
I think that's something that's really
It's really important.
hard to do
Yeah, it is hard.
because I think we all have our own biases.
We all have our own biases, and we all
kind of gravitate.
we like what we like.
Yeah.
We think the way we think.
Yeah.
And it's hard to
Yeah.
step outside of that.
So
Yeah.
it sounds like having a certain kind of mindset.
Yeah, you need a certain kind of mindset
Yeah.
to really be good at this.
Yeah, you have to be open to it.
You got to be open to it.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to be wrong.
Yeah. You got to be willing to.
You got to be willing to change your mind
Yeah.
when you encounter new evidence.
And that's hard.
That's hard for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's essential for this.
I think it's also hard.
Yeah.
Because we're often not really
rewarded for that.
rewarded for that.
Yeah.
We're rewarded for,
Yeah.
knowing our stuff.
Knowing your stuff and staying in your lane.
Yeah, staying in your lane.
Right.
And not,
Don't rock the boat.
not questioning things.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a whole other
Yeah.
deep dive.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so that's mindset.
So that's mindset. And then they also talk about,
Mhm.
past experiences.
Oh, yeah.
And how that can play a role.
So this is like your background, right?
Yeah.
Your social experiences, your previous education.
Mm-hmm.
Latuka and her colleagues,
Yeah.
they talk about this.
Yeah.
Like,